Hi guys, my name is Ryan Eggleston. I'm the co-founder of Adaptive Business Solutions. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what the Facebook Pixel Code is, how it works underneath the hood, and if you're not using it for your business now, you really should be. So we're also going to talk a little bit about internet architecture. It's just something that I feel that most people should understand, but most people just think it works like magic. So I'm going to start out with that. So when you are going to let's say clothing.com, sorry I crossed this out, but you're going to clothing.com. You're requesting data from clothing.com, and it's usually like a page. You're requesting the HTML and the data behind it that houses the functions and stuff like that for the things that you want to do, like pressing a button, stuff like that. But this isn't just some imaginary thing that's out in the universe. This data is actually located on a server. It's not on somebody's home computer, probably ever, and unless they're running their own kind of server setup, which most people aren't. That's why they think that Facebook and Google and Amazon and all these, and Microsoft, they all kind of run the world, because the internet really resides on their data centers, where these servers are located. Because most of us that have a website are having these websites that we own reside on a server somewhere, probably at one of these companies. So when you go to clothing.com, you're not actually going to clothing.com. You're actually going to an IP address, and this IP address is basically its physical address. It's like your street address. It is, and this name clothing.com is just a mask that overlays it, because it's a lot easier to remember clothing.com than just random numbers for the sites that you want to go to. And the forward slashes that are located on the end of the main URL are the file folders where that data is located that you're looking for. It literally runs exactly like how your computer file folders are. You go to your C drive and you go to the program files, and you go to some game that you want to put add-ons in and throw those add-ons into the game folder. And so that's how we request data over the internet. We just type it into a browser and request the main landing page from clothing.com. And if we go into another folder, so we go into a pants drop-down list menu and select pants, it's going to lead us into a collection. And then if we go and select some kind of denim, usually select the denim, we're talking about another collection of denim. And when you start seeing, a question mark on the end of it, and stuff like that. There's a couple other parameters that go on top of that. Those are called query strings. That's how you're going to query that data from wherever those files are that you need access to. So I wanted to start with that, and why that stuff's important. And we wanted to talk to kind of how that's kind of how we're going to get into why Pixel Code is how it is under the hood. So when somebody has Facebook Pixel Code on their site, it sits in the head of the HTML. So it's the code that goes onto a web page. It's just kind of some markup language. It's not really a coding language per se. It's the way of being able to structure data on a page, and it sits in a tag that looks like this, and it sits between these tags, and that's a video for another time. But it doesn't show up on your site. It's not going to show up on the page and say, "This is Facebook's Pixel Code." It's kind of masked underneath the hood. And what Facebook is really doing is they're saying, So you go to clothing.com. Clothing.com, being hosted on the server, is going to issue you a cookie. And this cookie is going to reside on your computer. The client is going to probably be what you hear it called in more technical videos. But it's basically just an identifier of your machine. And what that cookie is going to do, it's going to send data back to the server on where you go on somebody's site. And that's how they collect their data, and they use that data to market to you other ads. So, I am going to go shop for pants, and I like denim pants. And so Facebook's going to use those cookies to say that clothing.com is probably a clothing store, and they sell pants, and they also have denim pants. And this person that goes by this cookie is in the market for those products, those kinds of products. And that's really how it works underneath the hood. That's how they track. That's how they market the ads to you that you are looking for. And no, people, it's not. Well, you know what? They very could well be listening to your conversations. But I want to say that more likely that's how it works. So I also want to talk about their sales funnel, because this pixel code is really it's really following you through the sales funnel of a site. And I put an e-commerce funnel up here. It's probably the easiest to understand for most, because that's how most people shop when they go online. You could get into leads and stuff like that, but that's kind of more B2C thing. Or as a marketer, it would be a B2B thing. But this is, if I was going to own an e-commerce site, this is a B2C thing. So what happens is, when I leave Facebook, if I click on an ad on Facebook, and I leave Facebook to go to somebody's site that is pushing an ad to me, I have now become a valuable piece of data for that customer where this site is located, so clothing.com, can use and give Facebook to gather more people that look like me. So let's say I leave Facebook and I go to somebody's site. I go to the landing page. So that would be clothing.com without the end of it. What I'm really saying is, hey, Facebook, I'm now a valuable piece of data. Well, say I go from the landing page to a product. I'm saying, hey, Facebook, I now just came from your site to this site, and I'm viewing a product. I'm now a more valuable piece of data, and they call it a funnel because most of the people just come to Facebook, go to page view, and then they bounce off. Less people come down and be able to view content. So it kind of weans itself out as it goes down. So you say, okay, I have looked at a product, and now I am going to add that product to cart. I'm now more valuable than I was when I was just viewing that product. Say, hey, Facebook, I've now added that product to cart, and now I'm going to purchase that product by entering my cart information. I've now gone through the process and said, the person on this site where I'm going, I trust them enough to make a purchase and kind of lock myself into a relationship to buy a product for them. And here's my money, and here's the transaction. And that's really how the Facebook pixel works. Underneath the hood, I can actually give these data points, so these pieces of data, where whatever happened on my site, and give them back to Facebook and find more customers that look like that. But that's for another video. And I felt like it was important to kind of wrap all this stuff in and explain it the best way I know it, how it's done. So again, my name is Ryan Eggleston. I am the co-founder of Adaptive Business Solutions. And if you're viewing this video on YouTube, subscribe and hit the like button. I'd love to hear maybe more about what you guys want to see. This is my first video, and I look forward to making many more. So thank you guys for listening, and I hope I was able to help you. And help you understand pixel code better. So have a good day, guys.